make a loud noise?
I don't know if that helped. let me move my hand away from the microphone.
Yeah.
Ah!
Clap.
Well, let's go around and introduce just brief introductions to who we are. I'm Dexter.
Greg,
Adam.
Ben.
should we say what we do?
No.
No. Okay.
Yes. We play in a 90s band.
We are open heart surgeons.
We've been doing the holodecks almost 10 years now. This was kind of an idea that I had. I thought would be cool to make some videos so that the people that follow our band and come and see our shows would kind of get to know a little bit about why we do what we do. The idea I had would be that we would get together and we would listen to the songs, the original artist versions of the songs that we cover, and discuss them, talk about what they mean to us, talk about the evolution of how they came to be in our show the way they did, and just talk about them, since that's pretty much what we do all the time.
Yeah.
And invite the fans to the conversation, as it were. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna name a song that we do, and then we're gonna talk about it for a minute. We're gonna listen to it, and then we're gonna talk about it some more.
That
We're gonna
sounds
see what
great.
happens. The song of the day, because we're gonna release one song every time we release a video. So for this video, we're actually gonna start at the beginning. I thought most of our shows start with "My Own Worst Enemy." Now, we've been doing that song for how long, Greg?
Since probably the very beginning.
Since the very beginning?
Yeah.
We did it. I think it was a holdover of me. I think me and Adam did it in the previous band. So I think it was one of the. Where there's some songs on that list that we kind of moved over because they were 90s.
Well, now, how did you come to know this song? Did you know it when it came out?
Actually, no. I actually didn't become familiar with Lit until a couple years after it came out when I was in college. I was listening to this cover band that was playing this college party. Never heard it on the radio. I heard another band cover it.
Were you My Own Worst Enemy came out in 1999,
Yeah.
which put me sophomore, junior year of high school.
Yeah.
Were you in Shreveport at the time?
Yeah,
as
just
well?
barely. Yeah, and I was around the same age. I was just listening to stuff like Trustkill records and like Victory records. I was listening to like a lot of heavier stuff, so I probably just missed it.
Adam, what about you? How'd you first come to hear My Own Worst Enemy?
I think I was in like 8th grade. I remember there was a thing we did at Ruston Junior High called Plumes and Papyrus.
What?
Yeah.
Plumes?
Yeah.
Plumes.
So like Lilith Fair.
Plumes and Papyrus.
Papyrus.
Yeah.
So
What
like a
was that?
font.
It was like for the kids to like show off their whatever they were good at, poetry or
It's like a talent
performance.
show?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Actually, Jonathan Lynch sang it
Okay. Former bandmate of mine, yeah.
when they played it at the school. That was the first
Very
time I
cool.
heard it.
Was he high school or middle school too?
Yeah, we're 8th grade.
Okay. Ben, what about you?
1999, I was in the 7th grade, probably. My daily routine in middle school was when I get off work. What the hell am I doing? When I got home from school at 7th grade, when I went to the mines.
We've been working so long.
To your job.
So got home from school, and then you immediately turn on MTV and see what the hell's going on there. And I'm
Sure. I
sure I
missed that.
saw Total Request Live.
TRL.
And Lit may have gotten voted in at one of the lower numbers, because unless you were a boy band, you didn't crack the top 5.
Oh yeah, 1999. Yeah, that
it was impossible
Yeah.
during that time. They
I remember
owned
If
it.
you weren't Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera, or a boy band.
I remember I flipped my lid when Korn finally got voted on as number 1 for some song. We're not talking about Korn.
So My Own Worst Enemy. Yeah, this album came to me in high school. A buddy of mine named Justin he had all like the ska punk stuff. He was telling me about Alistair and those guys and Newfound Glory, and this was a CD he slid my way, and we both very much enjoyed it. But this was lead single from this album, and I believe the only one that's really lasted the years. It still probably gets played
Yes.
sometimes.
Yeah, I think Miserable was it was kind of like the latchkey single where they were trying to like hey, you like that? Here's the, but it didn't seem to really
Yeah.
stick as well as the other one.
No,
for
this one
sure.
just is very anthemic. We've basically been playing this song since the beginning. I'm trying to think of how we as a band came to this song, but I mean, like, if you're in a 90s band, this just kind of seems like one of the easy ones.
We came to it because 3 of us had played it in previous bands. And
Right.
it was
Yeah.
way
Right.
easier
Yeah.
just to do shit we've done
And-
before.
Yeah.
It's I mean, I don't want to say guaranteed necessarily, but it's going to be a crowd favorite 9 times out of 10. It's going to evoke a reaction because of the energy and the subject matter. So, yeah, it's a kind of easy choice.
Now, as we give this a listen, I mean, you probably feel like you've listened to this song hundreds, if not thousands of times. Because you've
Right.
played it. You've played it hundreds of times.
Listen to us play it though,
Yeah.
hundreds of times.
Do you think listening through it, I don't know when the last time you guys actually sat down and listened to this song is, but do you think you're going to hear anything that maybe you haven't heard before or something you realized, I don't know. Or do
Oh,
you
of
think you've got
course.
a handle on this?
I think I've forgotten what the song sounds like because I've listened
Yeah.
to myself sing it for 15 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So again, you're the, for those of the people that are just joining us, you're the bass player,
right.
drummer, guitar vocals. Oh, sorry, bass and vocals as well.
Yes.
Sure.
And then, so, I assume we're probably going to be listening to our parts to see how far we've deviated from the norm and made it our
or
own.
how hard we're nailing it.
Yeah.
One
yeah.
or the other.
All right, so now we're going to give it a full listen through, and then we can come back and discuss individual parts. But here's My Own Worst Enemy by Lit. Here we go. Well,
Crowd erupts.
Wow.
Hey everybody, we're the Hollow
Hi,
Jacks.
welcome to the-
so we play 90s music. Yay!
Man. really giving it a critical ear. There's a lot of
Right.
stuff that I've missed. I feel like we've simplified it, which is this is one of those songs that seems like it's already simplified, but we simplified it even more.
Well, that's one of my notes. There's 3 or 4 guitars in this track.
Yeah.
It's really, really full, like in the choruses and stuff. So we've only got 2. So I mean, there's only so much we can do there.
What was the first thing that jumped out at somebody?
Tempo was a little down from where we
We do it a little faster?
we're probably about 5 BPM faster or more.
I noticed that the tempo kind of the way the guitars are played, and I don't know if we do it that way, but the swing of it almost the guitars are staccato, dun dun ta ta dun dun ta ta dun dun ta ta dun ta.
So I've seen them play this song live, and while I was watching them play it live, I noticed that they were playing it in F,
Oh, they moved it up.
Interesting.
which sounded the same, which means that while they were playing it live, they were playing it a half step down. So their
E-flat.
guitars are tuned a half step down. They're playing it
Okay.
in F.
Okay.
Original key, but
There's like this
What part of the song?
the intro, just the guitar part. There's like dun dun dun. It's almost like a slide up from the E flat to the F on the one.
You talking about right here?
It's 3 notes.
Yeah. Okay. So I didn't notice that, but I was noticing how quick the stops are.
Yes.
Dun 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 stop. Dun dun dun
Oh, yeah.
stop. Dun 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 stop. And that creates that groove with the
Sure.
drums. I've never tried to sink into that groove before.
Oh.
The feedback, obviously, the please tell the I don't know why I'm singing it for you.
That's something, honestly, I forgot was in the song and was just something I do in my guitar because I genuinely enjoy the noise of feedback and guitar harmonics. That I
Yeah.
will try to throw them in at any chance I can, whether it's appropriate or not.
wow, I don't think I've ever really noticed.
I've
that.
noticed it since the first time I heard the song because that's
too.
not something that I feel I can recreate live consistently. So I just hit fifths, like high fifths.
You could just
Da-dun,
kinda
dun,
just, like,
ching,
yeah.
da-dun, dun, ching,
Yeah.
da-dun, dun, ching. It's a cheat. It's a cheap cheat. Here now, 10 years and hundreds of times later, I'm gonna play it right this time.
Oh, no, I'm not changing a damn thing. The
Uh,
formula isn't broken.
Adam, what'd you notice?
The flams on the stops.
Which part of the
Yeah.
song? You talking about the whole song or
The same part we were just talking about, I think.
The intro.
Right?
right there during the intro? The
Yeah, because I do. Yeah,
do you not do the
I do
flams?
crashes.
Oh, you do snare crashes?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right. Yeah, no, that definitely seems like part of the song that is a signature part. That, the little feedbacky bits. There's a lot of things I think that.
Some subtleties.
Yeah, there's some subtle parts of this song that I think that may be getting lost when I'm playing it for sure. The ride in the chorus, I noticed that. I'd never really paid attention to that before.
What's your favorite part of the song, Dexter?
Not the solo.
It's a very. It's a solo that gets written so that 13-year-olds can have a guitar solo to play.
I guess. I mean, the intro it's just octaves done, just sliding,
Yeah.
and then you just basically continue that. Well, why am I humming it? This is what it sounds like.
Oh, it slid up. What's happening?
Yeah. Do it again.
It's not really a solo. It's more of like a lead.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Fair enough.
But yeah,
It just slides.
For the sake of argument, you can call it solo.
Like the solo section.
So that's,
Yeah,
that's
sure,
not your
sure.
favorite
The
part. What is
feature.
your favorite part?
I like the chorus. I like the way it builds.
The bottom end just drops in.
Now this chorus after the solo doesn't have the lead part, so I'm just doubling what you do
Yes.
right here.
They're hit, you know, I noticed right there. I don't know if you guys are doing this because I have a lot of bass horn mix. They're hitting that grunge chord on the D with the lower fifth.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, where you add like you're playing a D, you add the low A.
I noticed that recently, and it's something
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
I want to start doing.
Add some balls
Yeah.
to it a little
F.
bit. Silverchair used that a lot. So did Nirvana. A lot of
Weezer.
Weezer, yeah.
Weezer.
Oh, Weezer.
I
dear
learned those
God.
chords trying to play Weezer songs.
It just sounds so. It just sounds so much fatter and just so much heavier.
Yeah.
311.
311. I was about to say Beautiful Disaster certainly you can't play that song without using those chords.
They do a trick with an octaver too. Their bass and guitar player use an octaver, and then they play the same thing.
Mhm.
So it's like 4 thing. It's crazy. Yeah.
I like the ooze at the end.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
the
fun.
bass, dude. There's a bass lick in there that is absolutely spectacular. Just, mwah. I'm gonna
You
listen
talking
to
about during the outro?
Well, it's on every chorus, but I think he only pulls it out like one time per chorus. Just play it straight here. And then he throws this bad boy in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was going ba-doon, doon, doon, dee, doo, doo. And
But-
so there's a little more swing to it and
Yeah.
an extra little trill.
No,
that
I like
need to-
that.
But yeah, when it's perfectly in the pocket and it's so tasty.
That's
like,
a producer note.
yeah, it's like
the bassist laid down. The person's like, "Hang on, now you're gonna want this little
yeah,
16th
just
run
put,
right there."
put this little. Cool,
You're gonna want that.
Yeah, I love bass lines that tell a story, like Robert DeLeo from Stone Temple Pilots,
Mm-hmm.
or like Peanut from 311. Obviously, I talk about him a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's one of those like story bass lines that's really cool.
I guess I'd have to say my favorite part is just what the lead's doing during the chorus that kind of just decorates the. It doesn't really decorate because it's not on top. It kind of sits underneath
But
the
it's
mix.
filling it up.
They're doing a lot more note. I used to just do the fifths, but
Yeah, that's your 4th guitar probably, your 3rd or 4th.
I mean most of it is just that fifth, just moving back and forth on those. But there are a couple of little kind of pull-offs he does that
You
gives
know,
a
there's
little more flavor.
that can be effective sometimes. You know, depending on what's going on. Tool does a lot of that with their guitar player will play like 2 notes and it'll sound awesome. You know,
Wow, so a song that most of us feel like we knew by heart, but upon one listen realized a lot of things that we never noticed before.
well, we've gotten to the point where we've played it more than we've personally heard it. I'd argue.
Yeah, I wish that we had a better song or show opener. You know, I mean, we've opened with other songs. We've opened with Spiderwebs.
Feel
Yeah,
like that
we've-
just kind of like sets the mood for what the show's about to be.
Yeah, if we had if the fans want to tell us what they'd like to hear us open the show with, please let us
Yeah,
know.
post it in the
because
comments.
We would,
Comment on our web zone.
we would love
Yeah.
to take a break from, even just put it in the show somewhere else. But yeah, that's pretty much that's my own worst enemy. So 10 years of playing my own worst enemy. We still have no idea what we're doing.
Nope.
But people think we do it well, and we're happy to do it. So yeah, we're gonna keep doing these. So y'all continue to check us out. We're the Holodecks, holodex.com. You can send us money, Venmo at the Holodecks, Cash App, $the Holodecks. You can PayPal us probably
Somehow. We'll
I don't
figure it
know.
out.
Yeah, just email us. We'll let you know where our bank accounts are.